God is good, and with each day that passes brings us a day closer to the launch of Baldur's Gate 3. Today, guys, we're going to be talking about the Rogue class. We're going to go through everything relevant for the early access of Baldur's Gate 3. So we'll be going through their abilities and everything all the way up to level 4, which is the max we can get to in early access. So before we get started, if you are new here, please consider subscribing, especially if you're interested in CRPGs, RPGs, JRPGs, and of course we cover MMOs, especially the old school kind, specialize in Pantheon Rise of the Fallen, and a big shout out to the members of Napalm for supporting this channel. Appreciate you guys a ton, and if you are interested in becoming a member of this channel, please click the join button down below for more information and a list of perks. Alright, so let's get started with the Rogue. Rogues rely on skill, stealth, and their foes' vulnerabilities to get the upper hand in any situation. They have a knack for finding the solution to just about any problem, demonstrating a resourcefulness and versatility that is the cornerstone of any successful adventuring party. Rogues devote as much effort to mastering the use of a variety of skills as they do to perfecting their combat abilities, giving them a broad expertise that few other characters can match. Many rogues focus on stealth and deception, while others refine their skills that help them in a dungeon environment, such as climbing, finding and disarming traps, and opening locks. Alright, to start off with, at first level, the rogue has expertise, sneak attack, and thieves' cant. So let's start with expertise. So at first level, you choose 2 of your skill proficiencies or 1 of your skill proficiencies and your proficiency with thieves tools. Your proficiency bonus is doubled for any ability check you make that uses either of your chosen proficiencies. Next up is sneak attack. So you know how to strike subtly and exploit a foe's distraction. So once per turn, you can deal an extra 1d6 damage to 1 creature you hit with an attack if you have advantage on the attack roll. The attack must use a finesse or a ranged weapon. You don't need advantage on the attack roll if another enemy of the target is within 5 feet of it, that enemy isn't incapacitated, and you don't have disadvantage on the attack roll. And the amount of damage you do increases as you gain levels in this class. And lastly, for first level, you get Thieves' Cant. This is a secret mix of dialect, jargon, and code that allows you to hide messages in seemingly normal conversation. Only another creature that knows Thieves' Cant understands these messages. It takes 4 times longer to convey such a message than it does to speak the same idea plainly. But you also understand a set of secret signs and symbols used to convey short, simple messages, such as whether an area is dangerous or the territory of a thieves guild, whether loot is nearby, or whether the people in the area are easy marks or will provide a safe house for thieves on the run. Basically, this is a thieves' code of talking, and you are privy to it. Now at second level, you will get Cunning Action. Because of your quick thinking and agility, it allows you to move and act quickly. You can take a bonus action on each of your turns in combat. This action can be used only to take the dash, disengage, or hide action. Now at third level, you do unlock the Rogue archetype. Now in the early access version of Baldur's Gate 3, which includes the Arcane Trickster and the Thief. So those are the ones we're going to cover today. Let's start with the Arcane Trickster, which this is a rogue that enhances their skills of stealth and agility with magic. Now you can get 3 cantrips. However, it looks like Mage Hand is one of those that you have to get, but you will get to pick the 2 other cantrips. Now keep in mind that only Evocation and Abjuration are available in early access, so you'll have to pick from that list in the early access. Then you'll have the full list when the game actually comes out. So those are the ones we're going to cover today. However, before we go into the cantrips, you also get spell slots. You get 2 spell slots at your 3rd level. At 4th level, you'll have 3 spell slots available. Now, in Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition, to cast one of the spells, you have to expend a slot of the spell's level or higher. You regain all expended spell slots when you finish a long rest. In other words, if you know a 1st level spell such as Charm Person and have a 1st level and a 2nd level spell slot available, you can cast Charm Person using either slot. Now, once again, before we get into the cantrips and spells, spells, I do have to also say that because you are a rogue Arcane Trickster, that means that your mage hand that you absolutely have to get, that one's included in your cantrips. When you cast it, you can make the spectral hand invisible, and you can do some additional tasks with it. You can stow one object the hand is holding in a container worn or carried by another creature. You can retrieve an object in a container worn or carried by another creature. You can use thieves' tools to pick locks and disarm traps at range. So pretty freaking awesome for a rogue. And you can do these without being noticed by a creature if you succeed on your dexterity or sleight of hand check, contested by the creature's wisdom or perception check. And in addition, you can use your bonus action granted by your cunning action to control the hand. And now finally, let's talk about the cantrips available in early access. We're not going to talk about all the others in this video, just the ones available, which is evocation and abjuration spells, which is all that will be in early access, so we're told. So let's begin. Dancing lights, which means that you create up to 4 torch-sized lights within range, which makes them like a torch, a lantern, or glowing orbs that hover in the air for the duration. Now you can combine the 4 lights into one glowing, vaguely humanoid form of medium size. Whichever form you choose, each light sheds dim light in a 10-foot radius, and they can be moved around in a 60-foot radius. Next up, we have Firebolt, which means you hurl a mote of fire at a creature or object within range, which is a ranged spell attack against the target, and obviously does fire damage. Next up, we have Light, which means that you touch one object that is no larger than 10 feet in any dimension. Until the spell ends, the object sheds bright light in a 20-foot radius and a dim light for an additional 20 feet. Now the spell ends if you cast it again or dismiss it as an action. Next up, we have Ray of Frost, which is a frigid beam of blue-white light that streaks towards a creature. Of course, this is cold damage, and it does reduce the speed of that creature as well. Next up, we have Shocking Grasp, which is a lightning attack, and gives you an advantage if the target is wearing armor made of metal, since it is a lightning attack, and can also make that creature not be able to take reactions until the start of the next turn. So those are the cantrips you can choose from. Now let's look at the wizard spells available. So let's go ahead and look at all the spells available so you can kind of decide which one you're gonna pick. Okay, first up is Alarm, which means you choose a door, a window, or an area within range, and then it sets an alarm that alerts you whenever a tiny or a larger creature touches or enters that area. Next up, we have Burning Hands, which shoots a thin sheet of flames from your outstretched fingertips. Any creature in a 5-foot cone takes damage unless they pass their dexterity saving roll. It also can ignite any flammable objects in the area that aren't being worn or carried. Then we have the classic Magic Missile, which is 3 glowing darts of magical force. The darts hits the creature of your choice and deals damage. All the darts strike simultaneously, and you can direct them to hit one creature or several. Next up, we have Thunder Wave, which is a wave of thunderous force that sweeps out from you. Each creature in a 15-foot cube originating from you can take thunder damage and is pushed 10 feet away from you. And that ends the Arcane Trickster. Now let's talk about the other archetype available for the rogue, which is the Thief. As soon as you become a Thief, you'll be 3rd level, obviously, to unlock your archetype, and you will unlock Fast Hands, which means that you can use the bonus action granted by your cunning action to make a dexterity sleight of hand check, use your thieves' tools to disarm a trap, or open a lock, or take the use an object action. Then you'll also get, at 3rd level, 2nd story work. When you choose this archetype, which means you gain the ability to climb faster than normal. Climbing no longer costs you extra movement. In addition, when you make a running jump, the distance you cover increases by a number of feet equal to your dexterity modifier. And that's actually it. That's the Thief in a nutshell. That's pretty much it, which makes it sound really weak coming after the Arcane Trickster, but not really, because as you level up further into the Thief, they get all kinds of things, and it's pretty awesome. But that's all you'll get with that, so you'll have a little bit more of the treasure seeker, explorer, and all that kind of thing. And guys, that wraps up the Rogue, which is the class I am talking about today, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video, and if you're new here, please consider subscribing, especially if you're interested interested in CRPG, RPG, JRPG content, we will be streaming the crap out of this game and having a lot of fun in the community. And a big shout out to the members of Napalm for your support. Really appreciate you guys so much. And if you're interested in becoming a member, please click the join button down below for more information and a list of perks. And until next time, and until the next class, God bless and happy gaming. Please listen to what I say. I've been making videos all day. My friends all say I'm it's a video buffet, you can even hit replay. But please just subscribe. I can't even describe being part of my tribe. I'll even offer you a prize. But just please just subscribe and hit the bell notification too.